Okay, so now we will be looking at the next concept in the triangles, which is regarding the similarity of the triangles. As you know, when we used to show any two triangles as to be congruent, there were different criteria which we made use of. The first one was SSS congruency if all the three sides were equal. Second one was SAS congruency when the two sides and the included angle was equal. Another one AAS or ASA. Okay, so these were the different criteria for showing two triangles has to be congruent. Similarly, whenever you are showing two triangles as similar, then also you will be having different criteria. But first of all, let us see that when two triangles are called to be similar. Suppose I am taking two triangles ABC and triangle DEF. So these two triangles are called to be similar only when if corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding means same, like when you, what we used to do in congruency. The order in which you are taking the name of the vertices, that has to be same. Okay, corresponding angles has to be equal, whereas the corresponding sides has to be in same ratio. Okay, so in this case, if I want ABC to be similar to DEF, angle A should be equal to angle D, B to E, and C to F. And for sides, it will be AB by DE equal to AC by DF equal to BC by EF. Sorry, EF. Okay, and if this is the condition, then I could be saying that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Okay, the order, right? But do we need to check all these six criterias always to show any two triangles to be similar? Here the three angles similar criteria, whereas here the ratio of three sides similar criteria. So every time you are not supposed to check all these six conditions to show any two triangles to be similar. Okay, so there are different criterias depending upon which we can say that whether two triangles are similar or not. And in that, the first criteria is angle similarity criteria. Okay, so what does it say? It says if in two triangles corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, and hence the two triangles are similar. Okay, so now by the name itself you can say if in two triangles you have got the three corresponding angles to be equal to one another, then we can say that their sides are already in a same ratio, and hence the two triangles will be similar. Okay, so now let us take two triangles ABC and triangle DEF. Okay, now whatever is given, let us write it, and whatever we have to prove, we have to write that also. In two triangles, corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so your given information would be I want ABC to be similar to DEF. Okay, so by the order, angle A will be equal to angle D, angle B will be equal to angle E, and angle C will be equal to angle F. So this is your given information. All corresponding angles are equal. And if they are equal, their sides are in the same ratio. Okay. So what will be your prove that? It will be you have to show since their angles are equal, their sides are also in the same ratio, that is AB by DE equal to AC upon DF equal to BC upon EF. Yes, this is given, and if you prove this, so by our criteria, similarity criteria, we have got all these six things, and hence we can say that the two triangles are similar, isn't it? So therefore triangle ABC will be similar to triangle DEF. Okay, so this is the AAA criteria specifying if three angles are equal, then their sides are in the same ratio. Now let us see how we can prove that their sides are in the same ratio. For that, we have to make one extra construction. What is it? I will take point P on DE, whereas point Q on DF, joint PQ, such that length DP is equal to length AB, whereas length DQ is equal to length AC. Okay, so wait, I will draw the exact figure. So let us take this as triangle DEF, and this is your points P and Q. Okay, so what is your extra construction? It says you have to construct or cut DP, which should be equal to AB, whereas DQ, which should be equal to AC. So your extra construction, DP should be equal to AB, whereas DQ should be equal to AC. Okay, now let us see these two triangles. In triangle ABC and triangle DPQ, AB equal to DP, AC equal to DQ, and angle A is equal to angle D. Why? That is what is given in our statement. Yes. So if two sides and the included angle is equal, can I say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ? Okay. Why? By SAS congruency. Okay. AB equal to DP, AC equal to DQ, angle A equal to angle D. Two sides and included angle. Okay. So if the two triangles are congruent, which means angle B will be equal to angle P and angle C will be equal to angle Q. Why? By CPCT. Yes. So angle B equal to angle P and angle C equal to angle Q. Okay, I will show it in the figure. So angle B equal to angle P, angle C equal to angle Q. Okay, by CPCT. But what is given? Angle A is equal to angle D. Okay, angle B is equal to angle E. It means B is equal to P and B is also equal to E. So will these two angles be equal, P and E? Yes. Similarly, angle C is equal to angle F, but C is equal to Q. So it means Q is equal to F. Okay. So in the front of it, I will write down, since B is equal to P, but B is equal to E. So angle P is equal to angle E. And similarly, angle Q is equal to angle F. Okay. By CPCT. Further, if PQ, angle P and angle E are equal, angle Q and angle F are equal, can I write PQ is parallel to EF? Yes. Why? By converse of corresponding angle axiom. Because these two are the corresponding angles for the line PQ and EF, and if these two angles are equal, the lines are parallel by converse of corresponding angle axiom. So in triangle DEF, if PQ is parallel to EF, which means DP upon PE is equal to DQ upon QF. Why? Basic proportionality theorem. A line parallel to one side of the triangle divides the other two sides in the same ratio. So dP by PE is equal to dQ by QF. Okay, reason, basic proportionality theorem. But why are we doing this? Because let us see what we have to prove. We have to prove AB by DE equal to AC by DF. Okay, so if I replace this DP by AB, yes, I can, because both are equal in length, right? So I will get AP by PE, and if I replace this DQ by AC, I will get AC by QF. So AB by DE I want, and what am I getting here? AB by PE. So instead of PE, I want DE. How I could get? If I add length DP to PE, I will get DE. Yes or no? Similarly, if I add DQ to QF, I will be getting DF. How we can do that? I want addition of these two, DP plus P. In PE, if I add DP, I will be getting DE. Similarly, in QF, if I add DQ, I will be getting DF. Okay. So what we can do? Take its inverse and then add 1 to it. So taking inverse, it will be PE upon DP. Similarly, here it will be QF upon DQ. Adding 1 to both sides. So what will happen? DP you will get as your LCM, because I want DP, so then only I could replace that DP with AB. Similarly, I want DQ, so that I could replace it with AC. But here instead of PE I want DE, and here instead of QF I want DF. So if I add 1 on both sides, what will be the equation? PE plus DP upon DP equal to QF plus DQ upon DQ. Yes. So PE plus DP upon DP equal to QF plus DQ upon DQ. So what is PE plus DP? The whole length DE upon DP, whereas what is QF plus DQ? The whole length DF upon DQ. Okay. Now if I replace this DP by AB and DQ by AC, I will be getting the first two ratio, but I wanted it inverse, so again take its inverse. So taking inverse and replacing. So taking inverse and replace DP by AB and DQ by AC. So what you will get? Inverse means DP will come to the numerator, but instead of DP, what I have to take? I have to take AB. So AB by DE. And on the other side, DQ will come to the numerator, but instead of DQ, I have to take AC and by DF. Okay, so that is what we have got according to our proof, that yes, AB by DE is equal to AC by DF, right? So here I can write, similarly, I can show AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF. Once you have shown, for the next thing you can write similarly, because the process will be the same, or all the steps would be the same. So in second case, I can show AB upon DE equal to BC upon EF. Yes. So by these two equations, the all three will be in the same ratio, which means AB upon DE equal to AC upon DF equal to BC upon EF. Therefore, AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF equal to BC upon EF. Okay. And since all three angles are equal, also we have proved all three sides to be the same ratio. So lastly we can write, therefore triangle ABC is similar. Okay, so at the end we could write, hence triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Okay, right? So what we have done, we have first of all taken P and Q points such that AB and DP is equal to AB and DQ is equal to AC. Then we have joined PQ. We have shown these two triangles to be congruent. Why? Because two sides are equal. Also their included angle are equal. Hence by CPCT, B will be equal to P and C will be equal to Q. But B is equal to E by our given statement. Hence B, P, E are equal to one another. Similarly, C, Q, F are also equal to one another. If P is equal to E, Q is equal to F, which means PQ and EF are parallel by converse of corresponding angle axiom. By making use of basic proportionality theorem, dP upon P equal to dQ upon QF, right? But in our relation, I want AB by DE. I can replace dP with AB, but I don't want P. Instead of P, I want D. So I have taken the inverse of this ratio and I have added 1 so that I can take dP as the LCM, and in the numerator I could get PE plus dP. Similarly, on the right side, QF plus DQ, and the addition of these two is the complete length DE, and the addition of these two is the complete length DF, and dP and DQ will remain at the denominators. In next step, I will take the inverse and replace dP with AB, whereas DQ with AC. Hence, AB by DE will be equal to AC by DF. And similarly, we can show AB by DE is also equal to BC upon EF. Hence, the all three sides are in the same ratio. And if all three sides are in the same ratio, the two respective triangles are similar.